a workout with you today. This is a really simple get your body moving workout. It takes no equipment. I have a yoga mat. If you are working out on hardwood floors, I would suggest having a yoga mat or a blanket or a towel or something, because we will be laying down. But otherwise, no equipment needed. We're going to start rolling our shoulder blades forward, up, back, and down. As you do this, think about keeping your elbows straight and your spine still, rather than moving your spine as you move your shoulders. Let's go in the other direction. We'll do one more. We're going to do straight arm circles. Keeping your elbows straight, your arm's going to sweep all the way up and turn all the way over behind you. Again, here we want to keep our body still as our arm moves, rather than trying to twist to make the circle seem bigger. And pay attention to whether or not your elbow wants to bend. It's probably going to be back here. We're going to switch directions. Again, we want to stay tight through the belly. And we'll switch sides. I like to keep my hand here on my stomach to help remind me to stay still and connected through my core. And reverse directions. While you're standing, think about keeping your weight on the heels of your feet. Maybe a little softness in your knees. Next, we're going to do a standing roll down. You can take a deep breath. You're going to let your head drop to your chest. You're going to roll all the way down through your spine, keeping your weight on your heels. When you're all the way down, you're going to take a deep breath, shake out your neck, and we'll roll back up, thinking about curling your pelvis, stacking your weight on your heels. Let your shoulders slide down the back. Head floats up. Deep breath. Do it again. Lifting your belly button up, imagining you're trying to roll up and over something. And exhale, curl back up, stacking your pelvis over your legs, spine over your pelvis, shoulders, and head. We'll do that one more time. Here, my head and my arms are staying really heavy the whole time I'm rolling down and rolling back up. And then we're going to do some lunges. So I like hands on the hips here. We're going to take a big step back. Think about both knees bending to 90 degrees. Press down into your front foot to stand up and reach back with the other leg. When I'm bending my front knee, I'm trying to keep it over my ankle rather than letting it press way forward over my toes. And my spine is staying upright. I'm not leaning forward as I go down, so belly should stay away from the thighs. And think about driving your heel down on your front foot to stand back up. I'm not counting. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go into some squats. So for these, feet are going to be maybe slightly wider than your shoulders, toes a little bit turned out. I like to clasp my hands. You can do whatever you want with your hands. There's no rule. And we're going to think about reaching our hips back to sit down in a chair, drive the heels down to stand up. Again here, I should be staying tight and connected through my belly. I'm trying to keep my spine still, so my back isn't changing its shape, it's just going up and down. I'm driving my heels down into the floor to stand up. Do 3 more. And we're going to go into some mountain climbers. So come down into your plank. Hands under the shoulders, push into the ground, neck is long and relaxed. We'll do 20. Knee comes into chest and switch. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to come all the way onto the back. Knees into chest. Hand comes behind the head. Curl up, look for your belly. Here we're trying to be tight, pulling our ribs and hip bones together. Belly button's drawing in towards the spine. Look at your belly button, and we'll extend one leg and switch. As my leg's reaching out, I'm trying to get tighter through my belly. My back shouldn't be lifting off the mat. And I'm thinking about drawing in to resist the weight of my legs. Let's do 3 more. And rest. Come back up to stand. We're going to step our feet out wider than our shoulders. You can be really wide here, toes pretty turned out. We're going to do plie squats, sumo squats, whatever you want to call them, they're all the same thing. Here, as I bend my knees, they're reaching out wide over my toes, and I'm trying to keep my spine upright. So for these squats, I don't want to lean forward. I want my back to go straight up and down, and my knees to open out to the side. We're trying to activate these muscles on the sides of our hips to pull our knees out. Knees and toes should be pointing in the same direction. You can imagine that you're trying to push your knees back into something as you're bending. Hands again can be wherever feels comfortable. It doesn't matter. Let's do 3 more. And stand back to come back into your plank. Here, we're going to do some shoulder taps. So for this, you want your feet wide enough that your hips don't wobble as we lift one hand up to tap the opposite shoulder. So if you find yourself doing this, then you should space your feet out wider, really engage your glutes, squeeze your butt until you find a place where you can be stable. Narrower is harder. Here with my hand that's on the ground, I'm really thinking about pushing the ground away and keeping my shoulders down away from my ears. I super didn't count. We'll do 4 more. 2, 3, 4. Come all the way down and back onto your back. Knees into chest, hands behind the head, and we'll curl up. Now we're going to straighten both legs. Same thing here, trying to tighten the space between ribs and hip bones. Pull the belly to the spine, and now we'll do a scissor. My legs are reaching long, like I'm trying to touch the wall. One more, and rest. And we'll stand back up. We're going to do one more round of squats, this time with a little variation. So, hands can clasp again. We're going to squat, and as we stand up, one knee opens up and out. As I stand onto that one leg, I'm trying to keep my hip bones pretty level instead of leaning way out to the side. But I do really want to lift that knee up and around in front of me. Same thing with the spine as before. It should stay long. We're trying to stay tight through the belly. Let's do 4 more. It's kind of a magic number. If I don't know how many I've done, I do 4 more. All right, back to our plank. Now, we're gonna lower down onto our forearm and push back to straight arms. Then, do it again, switching which arm goes first. Do 2 more. And come all the way down, back onto the back. We'll do 1 more set of abs. Here, take hands behind the head again, curl up. And now, I'm going to start with my knees right over my hips. Shins are parallel to the floor, and then I'm going to keep them parallel as I reach my toes out and draw them back. I'm still thinking about resisting through here. The farther out my legs go, the more I pull in. Let's do 3 more. And rest all the way down. We're going to come onto our knees. We're going to go into a child's pose with the knees together. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, trying to fill the back of our ribs. All right, there's your quick, get your body moving, get up out of your chair and do something workout. Hope everybody is surviving your quarantine okay, and I'll see you again next time.